got tips and recipes for healthy living. So for fun and inspiration, come and join us in the raw food world.
Welcome everybody, this is Matt Monarch and the beautiful goddess.
Angela Stokes Monarch.
With the Raw Food World TV show. And what we've got for you today is something you've been waiting a very, 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 very long time for. This is what you've all been waiting for. Today we are making the raw food, 100% raw, deep dish pizza. I heard like a whole entire ovation out there. Nothing has ever been seen like this before in the history of the raw foods movement. The dough is soft and it tastes just like cooked deep dish pizza dough. We gave this to a bunch of people who are on the standard American diet and they didn't even know the difference straight out of the dehydrator. This stuff is off the hook and it's never been seen before. And what we're doing today is we're going to share this with you right now.
It ain't no flax cracker with avocado on top.
It ain't no flax cracker with avocado on top. Exactly. And here's a little clip real quick for you of the big raw food pizza party that we had for Angela's birthday, right? Was that your birthday? How many years ago? 2 years? Oh, right, it was really young. Oh, that was a while ago. Anyhow, this is the pizza you're about to see. Check it out. It is off the hook. Bam. Tell us about that pizza.
It's ridiculous. Do you like it? So good. The best raw pizza.
This is just, it tastes like real pizza, doesn't it, babe?
Yeah. It's really good. Look, Marina says it's really good.
This is what we do when we can't believe it. Something is so good, you know. What's there to say? Oh my goodness. No, for real. I mean, you've outdone yourself, Mr. Mark.
It's really good.
It's really good, huh, Marina? Yeah. It's like real pizza.
This is like real cheese.
Amazing.
So that pizza you just saw moments ago has never been seen before in the history of the raw foods movement. It doesn't exist until now. And that's what we're going to make for you today. Now this is the third take because the camera's acting kind of funky and just a few little screaming lessons here. But anyhow, what we put in here and blended already was we had a jar like this of 2 cups of coconut meat. It was like the soft stuff. And then on top of that, we had 3 cloves of garlic. And then we had a bunch of dates that were smaller size. It would probably be like 6 large dates, but it was really like 12 small dates or 13 or 14 or something like that. And we blended it all together in here, and that is the first thing we could do. You know what? We can maybe even put it on there and do a voiceover of that. I don't know, but here it is. Booyah! So the next step is to make the pizza crust. That's what we're doing right now. And before we get started, this isn't something we're going to be able to eat today. We got to do the crust first, and then the rest of it tomorrow. It's an incredible tomato sauce. The cheese is to die for, and it just melts in your mouth. But the crust has to dehydrate overnight. So what we're going to do is we're going to put everything in here now, and what we're going to start with is 3 cups of almond pulp that this beautiful, lovely lady did when making almond milk. And we're going to put this right in here. My baby girl! 3 cups of almond pulp. And then the next secret ingredient, you know what, babe? I don't even think I should tell them. because it's like, this is like top secret. Nobody's ever done this before. Once we do this, there's gonna be thousands and thousands of people doing it, and then they're gonna start altering the recipe. It's not gonna be as good, and then they're gonna say they made it up, and I'm gonna be like, I'm kinda, as long as you guys know, as long as they know that it originated from here.
You want a surprise?
So what we're gonna do now, the secret ingredient psyllium, which makes it taste like bread. And what we're gonna do is, it requires a cup of psyllium, but Angela doesn't like too much psyllium, so we're gonna do a half a cup to start. And put that right on top. But, you know, I feel like it's critical. Just a little bit more. But normally you'd want to put a cup in. Just a little bit, just a couple dashes. You don't need as much psyllium as I'm saying, but I'm telling you, the first time I did it, I did that amount of psyllium. I did a cup, maybe even a little bit more than that. Okay, then on top of that, we take 1/2 cup to 3/4 cup. This is 3/4 cup of flax meal. Pour that in. We'll take some lemon juice. So we don't do too much. I'm just going to do a tablespoon, I suppose. We don't want to do too much. Bam. Tablespoon of lemon juice. Garlic powder. Let's say 2 teaspoons of this stuff, maybe a little bit more. Heaping teaspoons. 1, 2, a little bit more. 2.5. Put that back. Next we got 1 teaspoon, heaping teaspoon of Himalayan salt.
Araya doesn't have any clothes on as usual, so that's why she's...
We're hiding her from you. Okay, so then, I hope you got that down.
You want some clothes?
She wants some clothes, so we will be right back. Okay, now we got our baby girl, Araya Berry Monarch, into the mix. And what we're gonna do, ladies, is we are going to take our mixture of coconut meat, dates, and garlic, which smells incredible, and pour that right on top here. And if people are wondering what that is, it's a green screen up there because me and Araya are starting to do videos. We're opening a new channel called Araya Berry's World. It's kind of a secret. And by the way, people have been asking, because I used the Vitamix in the last video, the Blendtec is far superior after that test. The Vitamix could be good for certain things when you're dealing with like nuts and stuff that you, with little amounts of liquid because it has a pusher. But this new blender coming is better than everything on the planet. I just can't show it because I have this like deal where I won't show it if I test it. So here we go. We're gonna put this in here. We're gonna put it in there. And then we put it on the dehydrator sheet and put it on 115 overnight, probably like 13 hours. Here we go. Bam, 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 bam. Deep dish raw pizza. You guys, it looks like this is gonna be a lot of crust. I might have to make 2, even though Angela was like, you only need to make 1. But we'll see. Oh yeah. This is it right here, guys, the secret. That was pretty cool. We just magically removed everything from the table and got a Teflex mesh sheet. Now check this out. Right here is the pizza dough. Game over, everybody. It smells like deep dish pizza dough! That's what it smells like! Brilliance. Just remember. Here we go. Dada is making the best raw pizza dish that has never been seen in the world. Even millions and millions and billions, 7 billion people in the world never figured this out. Thomas Edison. All right, I'll stop there. Okay. let's see here. People have been begging me for this recipe. Seriously, begging. Begging. I could prove it to you. And this is it. And it's not because of the begging that I did this. It's because my wife. She's like, I need the pizza. I'm like, all right. No. I was just lazy. Hey, Raya, you want to come over here? So everyone can see the pretty, pretty girl? Okay, right over there. And then we'll do one of Araya's videos when we're done. Because this is the, smells so good. By the way, one of the key ingredients that we didn't get to see is the garlic cloves. 3 garlic cloves in that coconut meat and dates you have to blend. That is critical. If you don't put that in, then, oh well.
You can even
Yeah.
here if you want. You could come a bit.
That's really good, all right. Oh, this is like the perfect amount, baby girl. It smells like, I haven't done this in 2 years. Smell it. Do you smell the, it smells like deep dish Pizza Hut.
Squidge, squidge. Clever, clever, right?
Thanks, right? Oh my God, it smells like pizza. What is it? It's the garlic and,
Wow, that does totally smell like pizza.
see? I'm not kidding here. This is just kind of freaky, man. We're going to do a video with Araya next. Because we've been having fun, right? Thanks, Raya. Here we go. So now, we want to keep it deep dish. You can go thinner, but it's not as good. But it's good, it's really good, but it's not a deep dish pizza, like this. All right, so what we're gonna do is rock the house, put this in the dehydrator. There's no Teflon sheet, as you know, see? And we gotta keep it in there overnight, 13 hours. All right, let's make it a square. This is awesome. This is the same exact thing I made at your birthday party, and people cannot believe it. I can't even believe it when I smell it. This bread alone is just ridiculous. It's got to be thick though, babe. It can't be thin pizza. And also, to dehydrate for 14 hours, you want it to be thick. If you go, you do less. This is the pizza crust, right? You've never experienced real pizza, so you don't know, like, you're not going to know that, like, oh my goodness, like mom and dad, I know. Wow, right. Araya's into Play-Doh right now, so she knows all the secret moves of making little designs and stuff out of mesh sheets. Okay, there it is. This has a patent. All right, so we're gonna put this in the dehydrator now, and we'll see you again tomorrow. In the morning, we're gonna finish this off. And what we're gonna get from Angela, my beautiful wife, is a...
Ridiculous!
And we'll see you in a bit. Time for Araya's TV, Araya Berry's World Time. See? Okay. And we're back. It is the next day, and here we're about to do the incredible tasting, but simple, tomato sauce and cheese. Now, both of these are incredible and very simple, and this cheese is a secret that is incredible, that has also never been seen before, that is critical for this pizza. I don't know how this does it, but it does. So the crust has been sitting there overnight in the dehydrator. Before I went to bed, I flipped it onto another mesh sheet and peeled the other mesh sheet off. So it's about done. It's baking in there right now while dehydrating. And what we're gonna do is make both sauces at the same time. Tomato sauce and the secret cheese. I don't know, should I give it up? Should I tell the world this secret, incredible cheese? All right, let's do it. Okay, so what we have here, I soaked 3 or 4 cups of pine nuts. Probably more, so it was like probably around 4 cups. They've been soaked for an hour or 2, and what I'm going to do is pour them right in here. Boop, 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 boop. This stuff is incredible. Now, on top of that, what we're going to put in here is some lemon juice. Let's say 3 tablespoons. 1, 2, 3. We're getting to the secret ingredients soon. He's getting a little nervous. Should he share what they are? Himalayan salt. We're going to do a teaspoon of this. A little bit more because there's more extra in there. Just a little, it's like a heaping teaspoon. There's like barely anything. Okay. Okay. And since there's so much in there, let's do a little bit more, like another half a tablespoon of lemon juice. Not even. Okay. So now, the 2 ingredients that take this to an entire new level. Do I do it? All right, here we go. Firstly, what we're going to do is take 2 scallions and throw it in here. This is critical for this recipe, the cheese recipe. And the next ingredient is even more critical. I should have done this before. We're just going to cut like that and cut like that, and then cut these bad boys up. Keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. It's critical. It is critical. You want to put the whole scallion in. These kind of greens are a little messed up here, older, so I'm not going to go too much further. Let's do a little bit more. I'm telling you guys. And we're going to just shred this to pieces. This is where it's at. You can get these little bits right here. Hope you're taking notes because this is the best tasting pizza cheese in the world. So next, do I do it? All right. Oh, there's no label on this. What we're going to do is take 3 tablespoons or 4 tablespoons of the secret ingredient. Uh-oh. Okay. What this is Health Forces lecithin, non-GMO, high in choline, incredible for the brain development for kids. And we're going to take 1 heaping tablespoon, another heaping tablespoon. This is the critical, I'm telling you. 3 heaping tablespoons, and we're going to do another 4th level tablespoon. All right, not even that much. Like that. So 3 heaping tablespoons, maybe a little bit more. And this is the cheese. That's it right there. This is it. That's it. So simple. All right. Here we go. Wrong way. Okay, so here we are. Now we just have to turn this bad boy on. And you'll notice that when we put it onto the cheese, onto the pizza, it's almost like putting stickers on in some sort of aspect. It's not a spreadable thing. You gotta like kind of, you'll see. Okay, so here's the cheese. We're gonna make the tomato sauce in here. And the tomato sauce is pretty simple. What I did was I took a bunch of tomatoes and soaked them. It was about, if I recall, 2 cups. When they're soaked, it even goes down less. This is very simple and easy. I soak these for a couple hours. couple cups of dried tomatoes. Depends how much tomato sauce you like. Now, the other secret ingredient for this, to make it taste like gourmet tomato sauce, is simply just adding sea clear to it. Now, if you don't have sea clear, this is an awesome probiotic cleansing superfood, fermented kale and chlorella in a miso base, all natural ingredients. This will make it taste salty. This will give it the apple cider vinegar taste, all that stuff. So if you don't have this, you could put stuff in like salt, apple cider vinegar, maybe some lemon juice, some spices, but this has it all. So what we're going to do, since everybody likes measurements, we're going to do 1 heaping tablespoon. This is like the key right here. 2, make it gourmet-like. 2, we'll do 3. You just can't go wrong with it. And I may add some fresh tomatoes to the mix, if necessary. And this is also the soaked tomato water. So this is probably all I'm going to use, but we're going to test it and see what happens to see if we want to add a tomato in there or the sauce or the liquid water. It would probably be a tomato. Let's check it out. That's simple. It's that easy. That's all it is. Might have been better to do a blender with this bad boy. Oh man, that means I've got to spatula it out, put it in a blender, and then spatula it out of the blender when I'm done. No! I refuse. Yeah, that's not thick enough. So what we're going to do is throw in the best tomatoes here that we can find. We're going to take that guy, this guy, and that guy. There we go. That should do it. And what we're going to do is pour a little of this guy in. Just a bit. Smells really good. Almost feels like I want more sea clear. Let's do it. This will probably make it 4 tablespoons because this is less than a tablespoon. We did heaping tablespoons. I added some more sea clear, probably another tablespoon, just finished the jar off. And I added probably like 3 or 4 more baby tomatoes in there. And now it is absolutely perfect. Okay, so now what we have here is the perfect sauce, tomato sauce, and the perfect cheese to put on top of the pizza. We are so set. And of course, you could add more spices or whatever you want to this mix. I probably would add a little bit more scallion to this one, just because we did 4 cups instead of 3 cups of pine nuts. And I'm gonna go get the pizza crust, clean up here, and we'll start applying the amazing, fun yummers to it. So I'm gonna let this go for a little bit more too. See you in a minute. Okay, in the final moments that you have been waiting for, here is the finished pizza crust. So here we are. The first step is to apply the tomato sauce. Oh man, this smells just like pizza tomato sauce here. You just apply this bad boy. It's very simple. Boop, 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 boop. Put this over here. All right. Oh, this is gonna be awesome. Look at that. Perfect amount. I'm a sauced kind of guy, so I like to make sure that there's ample amount of sauce on here. There we go. Look at that. I haven't made too much sauce here. Let it get everywhere, the edges. The last time I did it, I actually made a thin layer of sauce, and I'll show you the second layer of sauce in a second. So I won't go too high. That's probably enough sauce. Okay, so next, we take tomato slices, and usually it's a lot easier if you have big tomatoes, and we just cut them really thin and place them an entire layer all across the entire thing, so there's not one area showing that does not have tomato. This is like a tomato sauce layer that is very natural, gives it that juiciness, and takes it to the next level. It's critical. It's got to be done. On top of the sauce, like that. And you can overlap tomatoes, of course. You got to make sure the edges also have lots of tomato too, because you're going to be eating the edges. Okay, so I pretty much did it, but now what we're going to do is get all the little areas and the edges that seem to be missing tomatoes. Okay. So there you have it. There's the next layer. And then the next layer on top of that is this incredible sauce. You need an ample amount of it so you can cover the entire thing. No messing around here. What we're going to do is go like this. And you kind of like, it's almost like, you kind of like pat it on here, like that. And it looks just like mozzarella. Look at that. Oh, it smells so good. And then what we're going to do is put the entire thing in the dehydrator. And you cover every last bit of it, even the edges. Wow, I might even need to make more. This is like the critical, another critical aspect of it. And then you put it back in the dehydrator because you got to serve it warm, because that's what we did at that party, and they literally thought it was real pizza. I'm all about abundance. I can't, if every last bit is not covered with cheese and tomato like this, it drives me crazy. Tastes just like deep dish pizza. Make this for family. They'll be like, what? This is going to be very filling, even though I probably ate half of one of these at the party because I couldn't believe what I was eating and tasting. Boop, 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 boop. Booyah. There it is, guys. Raw pizza, cheese pizza. And you can add some things like oregano to the top, some other spices and herbs or whatever you want. You could also put toppings on here, such as avocado slices, olives, marinated mushrooms, which I actually have right now in the dehydrator. I'll actually show you those right now. Let me get it for you. Oh, look at this. This is marinated mushrooms with onion. They were marinated in coconut aminos, salt, and olive oil overnight in the refrigerator. And then I simply dehydrated them, and they're ridiculous. We're just gonna put them all over on top. I guess we could even do it now. Let's do it. This is awesome. It's gonna be a mushroom pizza. Look at this. And we'll just dehydrate more inside there. If I had olives, olives would be on top of this bad boy right now. But unfortunately, we don't have the olives, but there's onions in here. I also make the onion usually bigger. But I wasn't the one cutting the mushrooms, the onions, and they're really tiny. So normally it's like long pieces of caramelized onion that goes on here too. Wish I had olives here. They're on the way. This is just pure ridiculousness. So what I'm going to do is dehydrate this at 115 for 2 hours, and then it's ready to serve straight from the dehydrator. So there we have it, everybody. Deep dish pizza with marinated mushrooms and onions on top. They're caramelized marinated mushrooms, and they smell amazing. And this whole thing smells ridiculous. And once it's in the dehydrator, it's going to be even off the charts more. 2 hours at 115 degrees. We're going to put all this back in, and we'll see you in a sec. Okay, I couldn't help it. I had to cover all the edges and all the areas and made it perfect, and I used them all up. That's how I am. I'm a perfectionist.
Normal videos.
Mariah wants a bike too? We only got one today. It's on Mama. We could put it on Mariah if she wanted it. Mwah. Because they work better than the ones that Dada just got that have two. The other ones went. All right, everybody. We are back.
Okay.
And we are doing the official taste test.
And Mariah wants the microphone.
And what I'm going to do...
My hair, Mama.
You're not wearing any shorts to clip it on. We could clip it on your dress on the back. Like... There we go. There we go. Yeah. Okay. Okay, so...
Right there.
Right there's a good place to sit. Okay, so you ready? Dad's gonna go get the Yummers pizza that everybody's so excited for. And Angela is going to get to try it. Let's get her plopped out.
Now.
Oh, no way! Look at this bad boy.
Oh my goodness.
This is a raw deep dish pizza. It is perfect. Are you ready, baby girl?
It's like a quadruple decker.
We gotta do this kind of fast because it's warm and I want you to try it when it's warm. There it is.
What do you think, Ray?
Look at that. Just craziness. The bread is perfect. Oh man. The smell, guys, is off the hook. Incredible. Look at this pizza. Look at this pizza. All right, baby girl. We gotta get you a fork. Or a fork. Or how do you want to do it? Just pick it up and eat it?
Pick it up, I guess.
All right, go for it.
All right. Here we go. Ridiculous!
Show them.
Ridiculous.
Is it enough psyllium in there?
Yeah. It's just like it always is.
Booyah, booyah, booyah! The best raw food pizza on the planet, and now you know how to do it yourself. People won't even know the difference. Look at this.
I can't eat this.
Those are little mushrooms.
Okay.
Because they're yummers, yummers, yummers. People love mushrooms on pizza.
But the tomato.
Because tomato goes on pizza, and so does cheese, pine nut cheese.
But this.
That's the bread. That's the bread.
te lavar mi cara, mamá.
What did she say?
She's got to wash her face.
All right, Mama's got to wash her face. So what I'm going to do is cut a bunch up and then put it back in the dehydrator maybe. Or it could always just be warmed up again.
Right, do you want to try some?
No.
And it cuts so perfectly, guys. Well, this is a really good knife. It's so soft.
Ridiculous.
Salad all the mushrooms.
Look. There's some little bits of mushrooms there you can try.
Look at this, guys. That is real pizza. Are you gonna want another?
Sure.
Try this.
Ryan likes the mushrooms.
All right, everybody. Who do we got over here? Angela Stokes, monarch, the goddess, loving the deep dish raw pizza. And who do we have over here? My baby girl, Araya, berry monarch. And Matt Monarch, once again, rocking the raw deep dish pizza. It is now out there to the public. They've been begging for years.
Sure.
When we get our olives,
I wouldn't.
we created a new channel called Araya Berry's World that we will be opening soon. And there will be presents for everybody.
Thanks for joining us. We'll see you again at the Raw Food World.